This is a video of the sales for the last month or so. It was kind of a slow month on eBay, which is typical for me for this time of year. This is a vintage Caboodles makeup case. It had flashing lights, and I paid only $1 for this. This next one is a Wagnerware aluminum Dutch oven roaster. I love finding these. They always sell. This one was in pretty terrible shape, so I had to scrub it quite a bit to get it ready to sell, but it only cost me $10. This next sold item was a small plastic animal figurine. It's not something that you would look at and think, oh, that's worth money. It did only sell for $20, but I paid 50 cents for it, so it was still an okay profit and kind of fun to sell. This is vintage Estee Lauder Cinnabar perfume. I've sold this in the past, and I really love it when I find this because it sells quickly. This spilled a little bit when I opened the lid, but anyway, I paid $1 for this at a local thrift store. This item was new in the package. It was 5 different containers of this styling cream that I'd never heard of, but I did lot it up and sell it all together as a lot. I had paid $1 each for these containers. I paid less than $1 for this cute tin, which was made in Holland. It had a nice embossed texture about it, and I did open it up and investigate the inside, which is important with tins. It was really clean, and it was lovely. This brooch, this is about what I paid for this entire lot on eBay, which there were about 3 items in here. There was some damage to the lot, so it was a little bit disappointing. But these Crown Trifari brooches are worth investigating because even though they're costumes, some of them can be worth quite a bit of money. This is a ceramic vintage bird fetish necklace. It had handmade ceramic birds. They weren't made of gemstones or anything really fancy, so it was a costume or fashion piece, but it still sold quickly. I paid $3 for it, and it sold for $25. These Justin boots had steel toes, and they were in pretty good condition. I did take an offer for a repeat buyer that bought multiple items. I will take better offers than usual if it's a repeat buyer, and especially if they're buying multiple items. I'd paid $5.99 for those. These Givenchy earrings I paid, I believe, $1 for, and again, that was with the same lot that I took an offer for those and the boots, and so I sold them for $15.50. I think I had them originally listed for around $30. This next piece was my best sell of the whole month. I only paid $0.25 for this. I found it at a local thrift store, just hanging out in one of their jewelry bins. And it was a Jane Seymour piece signed with the stamp JWBR. It sold for $150. This is a brass deer. Brass can be kind of hit or miss for me. I only paid $2 for him, but I regretted it as soon as I got home because it can get overwhelming to have. I think I have about 400 listings up. Luckily, he did sell right away. It was an international sell. These salt and pepper shakers I originally purchased for myself. I paid around $1 for the set of them, maybe $2. When I looked them up, they were related to Star Trek and they were selling, so I went ahead and listed them, and they sold pretty quickly as well. This mushroom guy, he was a bell. I paid 50 cents for him, and I don't usually start auctions for $4. But I did do that in this case, and he sold for not very much, but I was happy to send him to a collector. This is a Scentsy warmer. With these Scentsy warmers, some can be worth quite a bit of money and some can be worth hardly anything at all. This was a mousse, and I just really loved the way that it lit up. It just had a good feel about it, so it took a while to sell. I paid $2 for it. These I found at a garage sale. I paid $5. I really wanted to keep them for myself. They were in like new condition. They had hammered pewter cups, and they just were really awesome. But I did sell them for $45. I don't remember what I paid for this actually. It was a small lot on eBay that I purchased, and I think this almost covers the cost of the lot. So I'll have to look through and maybe make a haul video for that eBay lot because I still had it laying around. This was also part of an eBay diamond lot, which I paid around $150 for. It sold for $50. There are several diamond pieces in the lot, but I haven't made a profit on that yet, so I've sold just a couple of the pieces out of it. This I just barely purchased. I paid $5 and it wasn't anything fancy. It was just a glass figurine. It wasn't Murano or anything. It sold within hours of listing it though, so that was nice to just get it out of here quickly. These glass marbles I only paid $1 for. They were very beautiful. I do suspect that they were China made. I listed them for well below what anyone else had them listed for, and I took an offer on them for $11, but they sold quickly. This I've had around for some time. I paid $3.99 for it. It is Italian pottery and it was beautifully hand painted. It was a letter holder, I believe, and it was absolutely gorgeous. It took a while to sell and I'd had to reduce the price. It did sell though for $45. This I just barely got. He had a really smooth texture and was really fun. I paid 50 cents for him and he sold probably within about a month. This next vase is another one that I paid about 50 cents for. I've had this for months, so it took a while to sell, but these small items, it's not a big deal to have them in my inventory. So these are actually some of my favorite things to sell that are just really small. This next pair of shoes sold within a couple days. I think I probably could have got more for them, but holding on to shoes is not something I'm fond of. I like to get shoes just in and out of here. So I paid 50 cents for these Hokas. These sun catchers are really fun for me to find. They always sell. So the ones that I've sold have always been about the $20 range. I paid 50 cents for him. I found this belt buckle and belt. It was fossil and it was genuine leather and it was really nice. I paid $1 for it. This cloisonne pen holder, I think I could have got quite a bit more for, but it did have some damage. I took an offer that was almost half of what I had it listed for, but I only paid around $2 for it. And the next items, they're all local items, so this is what sold locally. These were pewter bookends, and I paid $3.99 for these, but since they were a local pickup, there were no fees or anything like that. This next coin bank was a Star Wars coin bank. I initially bought this and my son wanted it, but I found a second one, and so I decided to sell this one and give him the second one. I paid $2 for this at a local garage sale, and again, it sold locally, as did the next item. This was part of an eBay lot that I'd purchased. I paid around $40 for the entire lot and then sold this one piece of jewelry for $40. It had a rainbow stone in it. I don't know whether it was topaz or quartz. This was also part of the same lot. It had 14 karat gold details. It was hammered. It was a nice statement piece and it had smoky quartz in the middle of it. I really loved this, and so this was all profit. These sold for $15 and I paid $2 for them. Olukai is a great brand. It is definitely something to be on the lookout for. Retail on their sandals and things is around $100 when they're new. This sold on Facebook Marketplace. Now, Facebook Marketplace has flagged my account because their robots keep missing jewelry and putting it on there as weapons. So it's been really slow for me on Facebook Marketplace, but this was part of a lot that I just barely listed. And I actually have a haul video for that. This is a Murano glass piece. I paid $5 at a garage sale. I know for a fact that it's Murano, and I only feel comfortable listing things as Murano if I know for sure that they are. So that's everything for the month, and I really appreciate you guys. Please like and subscribe if you enjoy my content.